Hi everyone. So I'm 13 weeks and I've got my little list here of things to talk about. So not a whole lot has happened. I say that every week, but it's every 7 days. So um, I have noticed my hips are starting to hurt a little bit, and mostly when I sleep they get achy. This happened in both my previous pregnancies, but like much further along than now. So I'm trying to like do squats every day and try to, um, I don't know, strengthen my pelvis a little bit so that it's stronger, so that maybe it doesn't get as weak and flexible as early. I don't know if that will help or not, but I've heard squats are really good for pregnancy, anyways. Um, so I'm definitely having Braxton Hicks contractions, and I can't remember if I've talked about that yet this pregnancy. But they start really early, like 6 weeks pregnant. Most people don't notice them. I'm just like hyper aware of things happening in my body, and definitely like it feels like my uterus just kind of balls up. And I know that's not the baby because the baby's not that big yet. It just gets really hard, and if I touch like my lower abdomen, I can feel I could draw with a pin like around my uterus. It's like that big, and it lasts for sometimes a few minutes. Braxton Hicks can be like really irregular, and so it lasts like a few minutes. It's not painful at all. It just feels rock hard, um, and then it goes away. And they don't happen like in an interval, and they don't happen. Um, they don't get like longer, or stronger, or regular, or anything like that. And I think maybe it happens more when I haven't drank enough that day. But right now, I mostly notice them in bed when I'm trying to fall asleep. Don't really notice them like walking around too much. Okay, so we did find out the gender last week at the NT scan, and we're actually going tomorrow for like the fun gender ultrasound. And to confirm the gender, and then we're having a gender reveal party this weekend. So I'm not sharing the gender with everyone yet. I might. I don't know. I'll either tell you guys next week or when I'm 20 weeks and I have the anatomy scan. I just feel like it's kind of like pretty early to tell the gender. But if it's more convincing this week than last week, like if it's more obvious, then I will probably tell you next week. But I encourage you guys to look, if you're on Facebook, um, there's a lot of great like buy, sell, and trade groups. And you can find them for like your city. So I'm part of a few of like local towns around here, and some person posted a huge lot of baby clothes for 3 to 6 months. It was like 180 some items for $50, and I bartered it down to 40, and then $10 of like toys. Um, so and they had pictures and everything, and they're gender specific. So I went ahead and bought them. And they were really nice, and a lot of things still had tags on them. So I went ahead and like washed everything right away,
Mommy,
just because you don't know.
what's num num mean?
Num num?
Yeah.
Yummy?
Num num.
It means yummy yummy. I think you made up a word. Okay, not sure what I was saying because I just got interrupted there. I went ahead and washed everything because you don't know like where the clothes came from really. But I was going through them, and like a lot had tags and a lot looked barely used, and then there was 3 whole trash bags full of clothes, like so many clothes. There was like 100 onesies and like 40 sleepers and 40 pairs of pants and a couple jackets, and they were seasonally correct for this baby for us, and there was a lot of things that we aren't going to use. I took the things we weren't going to use to Once Upon a Child and resold them and even got some of our money back. So I'm just saying, if you need things for the baby and you don't want to pay full price, there are really good deals on local sites where moms are just trying to pass things along that they don't need anymore. And you can get really good deals. So, okay, so weight-wise, I was 138 at the beginning. My normal before I got pregnant, because I didn't find out, right away like I normally do, is 133. So that's where I was consistently at. And then I just gained this weight, and then I was like, wonder what's going on, and other things led me to take a pregnancy test. So I don't know if you want to count my starting weight. It's 133 or 138. But let's just call it 141. I'm slightly under that, but I'm 141 now. So I've gained a few pounds. And so I don't want to lose weight, but I want to stay in shape. So I use this Erin Condren Life Planner, and I have it all decorated, boy or girl, for our gender week when we find out. But I'm going to schedule my workouts. So I have like prenatal yoga in here a couple times a week. And then I'm making sure I do squats every day. And I'm also lifting weights just a little bit. Not like anything rigorous or anything every day. So I'm trying to be more diligent about staying active. It's hard in the winter because all I want to do is like go outside and get natural exercise by like chasing the kids around and walking, and I like biking. I don't know how that's going to go this summer with a big belly on a bike, but we'll see. And things like that, like going to the park and going on nature walks. We do that all the time. We really like geocaching too, and that gets us out and walking around. So there's just a lot of things when the weather's nicer we can't do now. So I'm not saying that's an excuse. That's why I need to schedule things to do to hold myself accountable. And then, so I noticed some colostrum today or yesterday. And so I guess my colostrum's coming in, but my daughter just weaned on November 19th. So I think my milk was all gone from her. I haven't noticed any between then until now. So, and she's 3. She weaned on her 3rd birthday. So I didn't have much milk when she weaned. It's not like I had to like taper my supply down. I didn't really notice any. I wasn't able to express any even when she weaned. And I've noticed colostrum now. So it's not a lot at all. But I am noticing some. So I think that's interesting. I don't remember last time when I started noticing it, but I feel like it was farther along than this. So yeah, there's that. And then I am getting back into casting resin. I think I talked about that like way in the beginning. And I have a Facebook page where I have things listed that I'm working on. And if you are interested in what that Facebook page is, you can message me on here and we can, I'll give you more details. But I've been casting placenta and breast milk and first like haircut, curls. I'm not comfortable doing ashes because I'm just newer at resin casting, and I would not trust myself to. Things can be replaced. You can cut another snip of hair, or you can express more milk, but you can't replace a loved one's ashes. So I'm not comfortable doing that yet. I don't know if I ever will be, actually. It's just kind of not in my comfort level. And placenta, I use if someone had their placenta encapsulated, I just use like a pill and do it that way. And so usually people have more pills too. I don't do raw placenta. They have to dry it and crush it up if they want me to use it. And I can do umbilical cord. I can grind that up if it's already dry, which usually it would be. But here is an example of the last order that I did. So this is their little girl's first haircut. They're blonde, so it's kind of hard to see. And then a milk bead, and then the little boy's first haircut, and another milk bead. I don't know if there's a good way to show you. But I think they're turning out pretty well. And then I can also do just like freeform pieces. So I've got just little resin bits in there. Because when I mix the resin up, I usually have leftover, and I'm not going to just throw it in the trash can. So I just pour it into a mold, and then they have these little pieces. And when Annie was weaning, we didn't make her wean. She chose on her 3rd birthday that night when we went to bed. I said, do you want to nurse tonight? And she said, nope, not at this number. So she was totally done on her own. But from the time she was like 2.5 or so, I cast some breast milk in resin, and I made it like big and chunky so she couldn't like eat it or anything. And she was old enough by then to know not to. But she would carry it around with her, and because she had my milk with her, she asked to nurse less and less. So it was a tool in weaning for us too. But you can see just like little pieces like this are like what she liked to carry around to kind of help her not have to nurse. So that was like an unexpected cool thing that I guess came out of casting resin. But I'm doing that, and I'm hoping to raise enough money from casting resin to pay for my doula. And I've put a pretty good dent in what I need to save for a doula already, and I've only gotten back to casting resin for a week. I've only been taking orders for a week. So I think that's all for this week. I'm going to show you the belly. We have our ultrasound again tomorrow. I should probably have some pictures for you next week. And then we'll see if I'm going to let y'all know the gender. I'm also supposed to go on a hospital tour at the university Sunday and decide if I'm going with the midwives or staying with the practice that I'm with, even though my OB is pregnant and won't be able to deliver. So I don't know. I've kind of already made my mind up about what I want to do, and it's not going with the midwives. But I might still go on the tour just to see if they can change my mind. I don't know. But I have that scheduled on Sunday, so if I keep that appointment, then I will be going on the tour just to check out that hospital. But I'm going to show you the belly now. Watch out, Georgie. Okay. So, I definitely have a belly now, for sure. There's the little bump. And the uterus comes up to right here on me now. I can feel it when I push in. But there's little baby bean. And then, I don't know, I'm not crazy about showing my belly every time, but it's been a few weeks, so. There's the belly. And even if I suck in, you can still see a belly. It's a little belly. And I've been wearing maxi skirts around the house a lot, and they are so comfortable. I think I'm going to live in them this summer. But that's kind of off topic. But if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.